everyone, Jenny Senig coming to you. I am talking to you about what I learned about messaging and storytelling, really standing out from my time as a PR executive. For those of you who don't know, I started my career in public relations in New York City eons ago. The late 1990s was when I did my first stint in New York. It was 1998. And then I went back in 99 when I graduated college and I started my career in New York City at a global PR firm working on huge blue chip clients, big names. I'm going to tell you about some of them today and what I learned. Because here's the deal. You've got to stand out in this marketplace. You got to stand out online so that more amazing people can know about you. And I know from my own experience that my best clients, we just speak the same language. Like that's it. We speak the same language in terms of we get each other. Like what I'm saying, they're able to receive. And then they take that and they run with it in their businesses, in their lives. They're, helping all of their incredible clients. They're doing incredible, huge work with the audiences there that they are called to serve. So let's stand out. Let's attract incredible new people into your business because I know that you are wanting to help more people and make more money and make a greater impact this year. And I am here for it. So the first tip I have for you today is let your personality shine through. You don't need to sound like everybody else who does the thing that you do. Because first off, nobody does it exactly like you. Let your personality shine through. Let your people know who you are. And you got to be bold here because I know that you are. I know that you are this unique blend of all the things. And we want to see that. Your best clients, your most ideal clients, they want to know who you are. And then they're going to refer more business to you. It's just going to be this incredible domino effect that occurs, but that only happens when you let your personality shine through. And those who aren't for you, they don't have to be for you because the ones who are will be. Case in point. Okay, so I've got some show and tell today. Personality shine through. M&M's candies was one of my clients in my PR days. And if you don't know this, all of these M&Ms, they all have a personality. All the different colors of the M&Ms have personalities. And I learned about this when I worked on this account. This was a press kit we created for the global color vote when a new color of M&M was going to be voted on by the world to add to this medley of colorful M&Ms. And this reminded me of this lesson. Let your personality shine through. If M&M can have personality, you can too. Okay. So let your personality shine through in the way that you write, the way that you speak, the way that you dress, the way that you do your thing. Let it shine through. This is so important when we have our own business because there's a lot of people who might be a coach, a health coach, a consultant, a nonprofit leader, fill in the blank, what it is that you do, an accountant. But what is your personality? Well, it was so cool. I have to show this off. This is a way that a business owner let her personality shine through. This was a dog sitter, a pet sitter that we have used in the past, Casey. She sent these cards. How clever is this? It says, Happy Holidays. And it has the name of her business on here. These are my dogs. They made the cut for the front of the card. And she has all these other dogs in here. Now, this was an example of letting her personality shine through. She created this card. And these are all pictures of animals that she has taken care of. How could you let your personality shine through in what it is that you do? Be you, be bold, be interesting. All of it. Okay, so let your personality shine through. Speaking of photos, this was a photo shoot I was involved with for M&Ms. This was my job. We got to create the M&Ms all looking cool like this with the silver underneath. We had a food stylist. This was part of my job. And this was letting the personality of the campaign shine through because we were voting on one of these colors. One of these colors was going to win. So that's my first tip for you. Let your personality shine through. Second tip is be consistent. You got to keep showing up and keep showing up and keep showing up because you have a story to share. You have a message that is valuable and needs to get out there. And you don't always have to be the one pressing the buttons every day. You can have support with this. I have an incredible team member named Miranda we work hand in hand on these projects that I am putting out there. In the past, I had bigger teams. I'm at a place in my business and my career now, where how I have things shaped is how I like it because of my business model at this stage of the game. But my point is, you can have humans helping you, you can have software and technology helping you. I mean, really, it should be a combination of all of that. But you often are the one who's coming out with the message. You can have Chat GPT who's helping you fine tune stuff. I got no problem with that. I don't think it'll ever be as good as what you write personally, because I put some stuff in there before and I'm like, this is subpar. Some of it sounds a little word salady. I know you can, train Chat GPT to sound more like you, and that's a whole other conversation. We're not getting into that today. But use whatever tools you want to use, whatever kind of support you want to use, and use your own grit and determination to be consistent with how you are putting things out there. If you have noticed, I have a podcast and I've gone through periods where we publish more or less, but I'm in a very creative period right now. And I'm so excited about this. And we are putting out vast amounts of content. And that is me being consistent. That is me being a strong steward of the message. And that is what I want to help you do as well. Okay. Third tip for you today is know who you're talking to. You are not talking to the whole wide world. Your audience is not everybody. It's not anyone with the pulse and a credit card. That's not how it works. Your audience is specific, needs to be specific. That's how you can best help them. Case in point, here's another one of my clients. Show and tell today, blast from the past, Viagra. Viagra was one of my clients. I was working on this brand during the 5-year anniversary, which was significant for lots of different reasons. This was another photo shoot I was involved in. Do you see a pattern and theme here? We use these small little products and create pretty pictures. So we created the 5, and this was a press kit that we used, and it was a very successful campaign. What I want to make this point about knowing who you're talking to is Viagra's not talking to the whole wide world with their product. They're not talking to 20 somethings. They're not talking to little kids. Okay. They are talking to men, and they're talking to the women who love those men or the men who love those men. Okay. They're talking to men, and because the men use the products, the men use this product. And so that was their audience. And they're talking to the people who love those men so that, hey, if there is a problem, the whole campaign was around men's sexual health and awareness, then Viagra can help. This product can help. You see my point? You're not talking to everybody. Your service is not for everybody. The work that you do is not for everybody. It is for who it's for. And the more that you can be clear on who it is for and get really specific there, really specific, especially if you have a premium service, is for people who believe in investing in that service, who see the value in what it is that you do, and they have no issue with making that investment. Okay. That's another piece of that. You need to understand what it is that you're selling and who is available for that energy exchange. It has to be somebody who values what you have from a time, money, energy, expertise perspective. And the more specific you can get on this, the better. It will save you time. It will save you heartache, and you're going to have a lot more fun. So know who you are talking to. And this might have changed through the years. If you've been in the game long enough, your audience most likely has evolved, and honor that. Not everybody can come with you into this next chapter. And perhaps who you served last year, 5 years ago, they're not going to be the same people who you're serving this year. Okay. In my case, that absolutely has been true. Absolutely. And I'm so grateful for all my clients from the past. I've been a business owner for 17 years. I'm so grateful for every single person who I've ever had an opportunity to work with. And this year, there will be new people. There's going to be new people. Some of my, past clients are still with me. Some of mine have been with me for years and years and years. And I'm so grateful for them as well. And then I know that I'm going to be having the opportunity to work with so many more incredible women business owners. And a lot of my work too, I focus on executives, okay, working, very high levels in the C-suite. So I am just here for it. I am here for those people who are ready to do the deep work, who believe in investing in that, and who are ready to show up, who are ready to do the damn thing, who know they're here on a mission and the time is now. All right. So know who you're talking to. The final tip I'll share with you today is take risks. Take risks. You can't sound like everybody else. You can't quote, play it safe out there so that some of my clients, they have a fear of like getting in trouble. Is that a fear of yours? Like somehow you're going to mess up and you're going to look bad. You're going to get in trouble. And so then you kind of tiptoe around things. You don't want to be too loud. You don't want to get too much attention because you might get in trouble. And so I'll ask you, well, who is it that you would be getting in trouble with? And does that really matter? Okay, here's my example here. And this is such a fun campaign. So, and I worked on this with one of my dear friends at the time. She was my manager and we were very close. So this was for my client, Uncle Ben's. You might know them from the rice world. Well, we then created breakfast bowls. I didn't, the brand did. And we were tasked with getting publicity for these new breakfast bowls. All right. This was another photo shoot I was involved in. It was a lot of fun. Okay. So to launch these breakfast bowls, we need to get attention from food editors. Now, remember, back in these days, we didn't even have social media. So our gatekeepers were magazine editors, newspaper editors. And in this round, we were working with food editors, maybe lifestyle editors. And so we had to get their attention. And they were getting pitched every day, multiple times a day. And I want you to think about who your audience is. They're getting pitched all the time. They're getting pitched. That's what's happening. Like we go to social media, you're getting pitched. That's what messages are. They're pitches. Okay. Sometimes these pitches are landing in your inbox. You're getting emails, you're getting social media posts, you're getting texts, you're getting all the things that you're getting. And in this case, we knew that about these editors. So what we did, and this is a lesson for you, is we took a risk. And so we said, okay, most of these food editors are women working at these magazines. That was just the general demographic, like the vast majority. And we thought it would be fun and clever to create a campaign where we brought a really cute guy and a hot guy to make them breakfast. We just thought it was just a fun way to bring the campaign to life. And so we ran with it. And we created these press kits that looks like a lipstick written on a wall or written on a mirror that says, "Who made your breakfast?" And so the pitch was, when was the last time someone made you breakfast? Okay. And for a lot of, you know, women, it's like, we're like so giving and we do a lot of the giving. And now this is not across the board. I know this, but that was what we were picking up on. And so we thought we would play with the whole, when was the last time somebody made you breakfast? And when was the last time a hot guy made you breakfast? And we hired a really hot model to come in and make breakfast for these editors because we needed them to open their doors to us and invite us in. That's what our job was, to get these meetings booked that were called desk sides. They would invite us into their magazine headquarters and let us tell them about our new product. And we got so many meetings booked. They got the biggest kick out of it. We brought this really hot guy. I remember him. His name was Tracy. And he dressed up like a chef's outfit. And the joke was like, they're microwavable breakfast. So you don't even really have to make them. You just pop them into the microwave. We got a ton of meetings booked. We got a lot of press for this product and we did well. We took a risk. We took a risk. You've got to take risks in your business and the way that you're messaging, in the way that you're putting things out there. I took a risk years ago when I created which had become my mastermind, called Energy Queen. I just felt like that was the name. Like that's what it was supposed to be called. That's what it was. That's what I wanted to embody. That's what I did embody. That's what I wanted to teach. And I received feedback from somebody I really respect, like, no, that's not the name. They're not going to get it, blah, blah. And I just sat with them and I just knew it was. I just knew it. I have a knack for naming and messaging, like words are my friend. And we do this dance together. And I love being able to do this with my clients as well. I look forward to seeing your message get out there in a much bigger way in 2025 and beyond. All right. Well, thanks so much for joining me and for letting me go back. It felt like I was in a little time machine and I got to go back to my 20s and remember what it was to be a public relations executive in New York City. It was a lot of fun. It was a lot of work. I worked late just about every single night, but I also traveled around the world and worked with just the best people, incredible communicators, super smart. And I'm so very grateful that I get to do this work still with the most interesting people. My clients are the best of the best. They are driven and committed and generous and doing such deep, powerful, important work with their people. And so I just feel very blessed. And I feel blessed that you tuned in today. So thank you again. Big love. And onward we go, everyone. Onward.